Hi, I'm Shauna. This is Shauna's World. Welcome back to my channel where I make videos about living well. I am so excited to be making this video, which is going to be the first of my Israel videos. I've just arrived in Tel Aviv and I am going to be hiking the Israel National Trail, hiking 1,000 kilometers. I think it's 1,015 kilometers total, the length of Israel from north to south. And this is going to be the biggest adventure of my life. It's taken a lot for me even to get here to Tel Aviv. I've been ill the last few days and I was totally getting paranoid that it was COVID. Then I was having issues getting my medication and my flight was delayed 3 hours and it's all been a huge faff, but I am here and so happy to be here. So I arrived here at Abraham Hostel in Tel Aviv. I've been here before when I was in Israel in 2017, and Abraham Hostel are the vibiest hostels. They're just so well run, so much going on, and it's a great place to land before I head off to the start of the trail tomorrow. I ended up getting in the taxi with a Russian family who are trying to get Israeli citizenship, which is why they're here. But I was telling them about the trail, and that was my first taste of people being like, oh my God, you're doing what? And yeah, that got me really excited. Yeah, I haven't told that many people apart from friends and family. So yeah, it's fun to start sharing it. And I shared my Instagram with one of them, even though he's not on Instagram. He said he would join it just to follow my hike. So that feels really good. And then I got to the hostel and I picked up from the luggage room a box that another hiker, Emma, left behind for me because she decided the hike wasn't for her and decided to do other things in Israel. So she left me this whole box of porridge and camping gas, which is going to be so handy, especially because you can't take camping gas on the plane. So I was going to have to hunt it down tomorrow before I got to the start of the trail. Good morning, it's a new morning and I'm just having some breakfast here at Abraham Hostel. I can't believe today is the day I'm gonna make my way to the north of the country and start my hike. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna start today, I'll see what time I get there. I have to get some groceries today and my food for the first few days of the hike. I'm just taking it easy this morning. It's 12 o'clock checkout, which is really great. Okay, I'm just heading into the supermarket to buy some bits for my hike to eat. I love going to supermarkets in foreign countries, apart from the fact that it's often hard to figure out what's vegan and what's not, but I like seeing all the different things on option. Okay, I've got some hummus, and that won't last me that long, so it'll go off. So I need some kind of dry stuff. There's crackers. Well, I've done my shop and that was really a lot more expensive than I intended. I've got enough food for maybe 3 days, but I don't know if it was just that supermarket or if food in Israel is just really expensive. I just went for the nearest supermarket because I didn't know the difference, but everything just seems so expensive. So I've got what I need, and I should be able to restock in a couple of days. Okay, so I'll show you what I got from the shop for my meals for hiking for the next few days. So for my main evening meals, I've got these vine leaves with rice. Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest thing, and I've got 3 of those. I've got some hummus, which I'm going to have today because it'll go off, so I'll have that for dinner with some crackers. And then I got these, which I think I remember from last time, are Bomba peanut flavoured crisps, and they're really, really good. And an avocado and nuts. So I'm just going for like the most calorie dense foods I can possibly find because I'm going to be hiking, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to need that fuel. Okay. I am looking for the bus stop. I have to get 3 buses. All the signage is in Hebrew. The lovely man on reception at Abraham Hostel wrote down the English words for me. I just need to find the bus stop. Okay, bus number 1 is down. I'm still in Tel Aviv, but in the very north part of Tel Aviv, I believe. I actually nearly got off the bus and went back the other way because I was convinced it was wrong, and then I started looking at my phone and matching the Hebrew up. There were English place names on the screen, but there weren't English place names on my phone, so I only had the Hebrew to compare it to. I have to move to another bus stop now and find where I'm getting the 845 from. Okay, so the next bus is quite a comfortable coach, and this goes on for about an hour and a half. It's quite empty at the moment, which is really nice because I ended up taking my big backpack on here because I had no idea what I was doing. Then I just have one more connection after that, and then I'm at the start of the trail. Can you believe it? We stopped at a service station, which could not come at a better time. I was desperate for the toilet, and I really struggle with buses that don't have toilets on them. So we've got a short stop here, and I also think I'm going to miss my connecting bus, so I need to work out what I'm going to do next. But I feel so much better for a wee. This day has been a fiasco, and I might as well fill you in. So after I checked in at that comfort stop on the coach, about half an hour later when we got back on, I needed to pee again, like really badly. It came on so quickly and it wasn't stopping again. I didn't know when my stop was. I realised I'd missed my connecting bus, but then if I stayed on it'd get me to vaguely the right place. But I was so desperate for a wee, and there are times when I can wait and there are times when I just cannot, and today, my friends, was one of those times. So I have this really bad cough at the moment. It's probably the worst cough I've had since I was 16. It just comes out of nowhere and is really forceful. And every time I coughed, a bit of wee was coming out, and I could feel myself getting damper and damper, and I still didn't know when I was going to be able to get off the bus. The place I need to be where the trail's starting is called Tel Hai. But I think Tel Hai must be quite a big area because the bus announced Tel Hai and I didn't think the bus went that close. So I was really excited, got off, so desperate for a wee, got off, peed behind a bus shelter on a very busy motorway, and then realised it's over an hour's walk along the motorway to get to the start of the trail, closer to an hour and a half. So I'm trying to find that now. I've got off the main motorway, I'm just parallel to it. But oh my god, I feel like such a mess. Usually I wouldn't share a story like this because it's embarrassing as hell. But I figure by the time you see this, it'll be so far past the fact I won't care. So it makes for a good story, right? I don't even have that many clothes with me. It's not ideal. And to be honest, it's not the first expedition I've been on where there was a piss explosion on the first day of the expedition. I had a mishap with a shiwi the first day I went to the Arctic, the first time. Oh god, I'm struggling. And I haven't even got to the start of the trail yet. Okay, I think we might be getting close to the start of the trail. I don't know if I'm going the right way. No, I don't think that was right. But I don't know if it's the start of the trail. I don't see any signage or anything. At this point, I don't care. I'm on the trail. And I'm just going to go in a bit so that I'm not with all the cars. It's going to get dark. It's going to get dark quite soon. Sun's going down already, so I need to find a place where I can suitably camp. But I really don't want to put my pack back on. It's been a bit of a fiasco today. It's actually been funny. It's been a funny first day, and I'm at the start of the trail. That's all I can ask for, really. Okay, change of plan. If I started walking the trail in the direction I was supposed to, I wasn't going to come across water until significantly into tomorrow, and I'm running low. So I'm going back the other way where there's a water point. I have no idea where I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm just going to have to find a little spot out of the way. 3 stripes. That's the 3 stripes that mark the trail. Okay, the Israel National Trail app says there's a tap here. It's a cemetery, and there's all these graves, and right where I'm standing is where it says the tap is, but I can't see one, and I don't want to get too kind of disrespectful with all these memorials. I don't really know what to do. Yes, I found it. A tap, not where it said it was. Okay, it's getting pretty dark, but I found a spot where I'm going to stay for the night. It feels distinctly closer to sleeping rough than wild camping. But there's no one around. I'm just outside a graveyard. I'm not actually in the graveyard because I felt like that would be disrespectful. I'm kind of on a grassy knoll by the car park. To be honest, this is not where I would ideally like to be. You know, the trail always started before at Kibbutz Dan, which is the very northernmost settlement in the country, but they recently cancelled the section that runs from Dan to Tel Hai the first day of the trail, just because it's on a road and apparently it was dangerous, and lots of people are still doing it. So I could have done it, but I just thought I would miss it out because I was tight for time and because it didn't sound like that good a stretch anyway. But starting here hasn't won my heart thus far. Good morning. It's about 6:30 a.m. and yeah, just getting up, and I'm going to get out of here early because there might be people coming to use the cemetery. I didn't put up a tent last night or anything. I just put my mat down and lay out in my sleeping bag, and I slept very well. So I think I'm going to get out on the path and start my hike before I stop for breakfast or anything like that, and just get a few kilometres in, and then at least I've made a start with my day. It took me ages to fit everything into my bag. I have so much stuff and it is so heavy. I have things all on the outside, and yeah, now I'm filled up with water. It's a lot. And actually my side bottles aren't even completely full right now, but I'm setting off for the day. It's about 7 a.m, 7:15. Oh yeah, I went to get my walking poles out, and one of them is missing a piece, and I don't know if it's come off in my bag, so I'll just dig it out, or if I didn't bring it with me, if it had already come off, which is really annoying because I haven't used the poles yet, just to test them out, and I hope I'm not just carrying them as dead weight this whole trip. Okay, I'm back where I started yesterday again, and actually going the correct direction on the trail that I didn't go before I needed to go get water, and it's just going down some steps so far. Okay, this whole chunk is uphill. It's pretty gentle uphill, but it's going on for ages, and I'm really struggling, and I'm not even a kilometre in yet. I hope I get used to this. I'm sure I will. And having a cough really doesn't help matters. It is beautiful though. I'm feeling very lucky to be here, but definitely finding it hard. Okay, I'm 3 kilometers in. I told myself at 3 kilometers I'd stop and have some coffee and breakfast and stuff. There's a bull right where I wanted to go as well, so hopefully it'll pass while I stop and have some food. I just cannot wait to take this pack off. Oh my god, I cannot describe how heavy that pack is. It's been really hard so far. Even the flat bits have been hard. You know, I had a lot of concerns around the trail and things I was worried about, but actually I didn't think the fitness and the actual hiking would be that much of a problem. Oh, was I wrong? I'm sure I'll settle into it, but yeah, I'm finding it really, really hard. Not even 9 o'clock in the morning and I've already had a run-in with a bull. So it wasn't a very relaxing break. I didn't make my coffee. I didn't really do anything. I had a little bit to eat, but I'll just have a break again maybe in another 3k or so. With the pack, I think I'm going to need regular breaks. And because I've got a lot of time in the day because I started early and it doesn't get dark for a while, it should be fine to take lots of breaks. I'm just having a real moment of, I'm doing it. I'm hiking the Israel National Trail. This is everything I've been building up to, and here it is, and I'm just so grateful and so happy to be here, hard though it may be. What a privilege, what an absolute delight. Okay, so it's just been a huge chunk of downhill hiking, and usually I'm way better on the downhill than the uphill because I have good knees and I don't mind it too much, but with the big backpack on it's really hard going downhill. I kind of lost my balance a couple of times, though I didn't fall, and also I'm having terrible fear that having come down such a long way means there's going to be some going back up soon. I went a bit wrong at the last fork in the path. Sometimes it's unclear where the 3 stripes are pointing, say if there's a crossroads and they're right in the middle, so I thought I'd come the right way, but thankfully there's another path, another different trail that leads back to the one I'm meant to be on. So I've stopped for another break. I'm 10 kilometers in and yeah, it's going better now. I think because I've drunk some of my water I'm not carrying quite so much weight, but my shoulders are really really hurting. My cough has gone down a bit. It's not as bad as it was at the start of the day, thankfully, because it was just so hard. I've run into a few other people so far. So when I had the incident with the bull, that I sat there for ages just kind of hoping it would just amble past, and then 2 Israeli women were hiking and they came past and they went to try and hike straight past the bull, and the bull kind of freaked out, so then they stopped, but they managed to creep past, and then the bull ended up just wandering past me, and then I saw a guy getting changed under a tree, and then I've just had a lovely interaction with an Israeli man who actually helps maintain the Israel National Trail, and he was, yeah, he was so wonderful and wished me well for my hike. I'm about to set off again and I really would love to sit for longer. My shoulders really hurt, but that's okay, we're gonna keep walking. I've just seen that the next bit is the steepest bit. It looks very, very uphill, but then it will be okay after that. Lots of down. I'm gonna have another rest at 15k and then I'll only have 6k left to go for the day. Keeping on, keeping on. The uphill hasn't been as steep as I thought it would be, but it's been pretty constant until now. But I'm well over halfway to my end of day target, and even though it's hard, I am actually having a really good time. I'm just taking another little rest stop. I'm just under 15k at the moment out of 21. And I was going to wait till bang on 15k, but I saw the beautiful shady tree sitting here, so I thought I'd come here, and I've got my backpack there with my solar power bank powering up in the sun, so hopefully I can continue using my phone. I've actually been using my phone to navigate way more than the book, and it's been really helpful because, you know, I'm all right at navigation, but it's really helpful when you have a dot that tells you exactly where you are, which I know is cheating, but it is great if I can use that, but I know during the desert I'm going to have to be so much more careful with battery. So I'm okay for now because I have a rest day again in 6 days or something, maybe even 5 days. But in the desert there are long stretches, so yeah, I need to not be on my phone all the time. So I'm going to have something to eat. I have not eaten very much today and I've burned a lot of energy. And yeah, I haven't felt like getting my camp stove out, so I was thinking I'll have my dinner, what I'd intended for dinner, now for lunch, and then when I get to camp later I'll have my porridge, which I intended to have for breakfast, for dinner, because I'll get my stove out and boil water and make a bit more time. Okay, that was a longer break. I took about an hour and that felt really good. I took my shoes off and yeah, my feet are getting really hot and bothered and feel like maybe blisters could be coming. But it was nice to take my shoes off, have some food, and I'm going to power through the 6k until the end, although there's a water point coming up soon which I'll have to refill because there's not another one for a while, so I will get to take my backpack off again then, which is a dream, although when I put it on again it will be a lot heavier with all the water, so I'm kind of dreading that a bit too. Okay, I've hit a bit that's a bit of a scramble and I'm exhausted and my bag is huge, but I can do this. This bit's really cool, but it's really hard to get around and it's not that clear exactly where the path is. That was bloody scary. I climbed down all of there. I am well and truly exhausted. It was a good day. It was a very tough day. I got to the campsite. It's just kind of a picnic area. There's a couple of picnic benches and then places to pitch your tent. And there's an Israeli family who were making dinner and they were having a Shabbat dinner and they invited me to join them for it. That was really nice. I had some hummus and some aubergine dip and some really nice breads and things. And I really needed that because I don't think I have enough food for how much I'm burning, but I didn't have space really to carry more. But I'm actually gonna close out the vlog here. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing me arrive in Israel, my journey to get to the start of the trail, and my first day on the trail. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel to see more of the Israel series and leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought. Thanks, bye.